Frank, are you gonna do the thing we always do? No? Okay, well, I'm here. Frank is here. You can't see her though. She doesn't want to sit back here today. It's just that time of the month. I'm old. It's Project Pan time, yeah. If you haven't seen the other two videos I've done on this, just a quick run through. I do the whole collection Project Pan roulette style. That's a lot of words. It was started by Becky Loves Kanga. Try to remember to put her in the description box this time. I'm pretty sure I didn't put anything in my description box for the last video. There's also like a ton of other people doing this project this year. They have all kinds of different rules, but if you just search whole collection Project Pan, you'll find a lot of people. You probably are more familiar with them than you are with me, but unless Libby's watching, and then hi Libby. Anyway, so end of the month, I wanted to film this because, spoiler, I have a certain number of things that are done and moving out, so I wanted to pick some new stuff. So I can hear people in the hallway. I live in a really old building, and you can hear everything the neighbors do out there, and I'm pretty sure that if my neighbors are in whatever room is on this side of the wall, they can hear me, which is kind of embarrassing, but that's fine. I'm sure they hear me working too. Anyway, I'm just gonna actually show you the products because we're like 2 minutes in already. And I'm just gonna start in the order that they were drawn in. Again, they're drawn randomly, so it's gonna be kind of jumbled, but that's fine. So the very first thing I'm very excited about is this guy. I cut it open, it's gone. Oh, there's still water in there from the shower, gross. Anyway, I hope you guys saw, like, it's empty. There's a little bit of water in there. It's fine. Very excited. I normally don't cut tubes open, but I find that since I'm filming, I wanted it to look really good for you guys, so I would have called it done like 2 weeks ago, but I cut it open and there was a ton more stuff in there, so I might start doing that with other things so I am less wasteful. But I didn't like this. It smelled really good. If you smelled the Boom Boom cream, it smells like that. That like caramely, they call it caramel and pistachio. But it wasn't like, it didn't have enough scrubbing particles in it for me. And it also like is violently yellow and left like a yellow ring around my bathtub, which is annoying. So glad it's gone. Really expensive, wouldn't buy it again. And at the end I'll show you what will be replacing this. I gotta put it somewhere that it won't leak. Okay, and then the next thing up is a nail polish. This is from Julep. It's in the shade Jody, which is like this kind of like burgundy red color with some gold shimmer. And this is also done. Excuse me, that was gross. I don't think you can see on camera, but there's like, it's like down to here. Oh, by the way, this is where it was in the intro. This is where it was last month. And now it's like down to here. I got about like 3 or 4 more manicures out of it. And there's a little bit left, but I can't get it out. I don't want to get it out. I don't care anymore. This is done. Generally speaking, I do like Julep polishes, and that one was nice, but like if you've used up a nail polish, you know like by the end they're really annoying to use, so I'm always glad to like finish them. I am drinking. It's Sunday night, but I have tomorrow off. Okay, next up comes from my Aurora Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills. and this one's been in since the very beginning of the project, so you might be familiar with it. It's the shade Helia. It's a kind of green gold highlighter. There's a pretty good dip. I don't know if you can appreciate the depth of that, but I've hit pan in my Moonshot Glow kit, and they're the same size, so I feel like I'm close. Not there yet, but I think I'll have pan on this by next month, and then I can roll that out because my goal on this one is just to hit pan. I'm not wearing it. I'm not wearing anything. I did my makeup this morning. I took a nap. I woke up. I felt gross. So I took a shower, and I didn't feel like putting makeup on again. So. Okay. The next thing, is my perfume. This is from Marc. It's the Instant Vacation Caribbean version. And I only made a little bit of progress this time. So this is where I was in January when I started. This is where I was at the beginning of February, and this is where I am at the end. I gave myself an extra week. I started my project a week early. I didn't start it on January 1st. And February is a short month, but also like I feel like not that much shorter. Like I was really hoping, just based off of this amount of progress, that I'd be able to get it done by next month, but now I don't know. So we'll see. Okay. And then next is my other nail polish, which I'm wearing finally. I mean, I've worn it, but I've never worn it on film. Every time I film, I'm wearing the other one. Every time I film. Every two times I've filmed, because I film once a month, I guess. A little bit more progress. When I started, it was like full all the way up here, so I couldn't make a mark. And then last month I got it down to here, and then it's just slightly below that one. But we'll keep going. This one is a big guy. It's gonna be a long-term thing. Long-term thing. Okay. All right. And then the next thing also has been in here since the very beginning of the project. It's from my BH Cosmetics Trendy in Tokyo palette. That light's not doing me any favors. The sun went down. Wow. When I sat down, the sun was up. And then I sat here and talked to the cat and tried to get her to come sit with me for so long the sun went down. I mean, it happens fast. Anyway, the shade that I am working on, you can probably tell, it looks like it's exploded. It's this one. It's called Trendsetter. And there is like a gentle dip. There you go, you can kind of see it there. There's like a gentle dip, but, and I don't know if I can show you this. Yeah, you can't really tell. It's like lower. The whole pan is lower than the other ones because I use it as a blush pretty often, and my blush brush like covers the whole pan, which is why it has like that ring around it. I'm really excited though, because when I started this project, I hadn't used this at all, and like all of the shades are starting to look a little bit more used, and that's kind of like what I'm after. I just want to use the things that I have, try not to buy new things because I have a lot of things, and seeing them look beat up makes me happy. I know some people don't like to look at dirty palettes, but I kind of do. Like, it would gross me out if I was going to a professional to get my makeup done, but when it's my makeup, I'm like, hell yeah, look at that. Anyway. I have no idea how long this is gonna take. We'll see. It's not very powdery, but I do find that I have to build it up quite a bit to get it to be as bright as it is in the pan. Okay. Next one is from, this one was rolled in last month. All of the ones after this have been rolled in the last month. It's from the I Heart Revolution Tasty Avocado palette. Look at how cute it is. And the shade that I'm working on in this one is Foodie. I've used it a couple of times, like probably 3 or 4 times, so there's like a baby dip. But not a whole lot of anything super impressive. Yeah, it's a pretty color. I haven't been swatching things. Dang it. I'll start now. Okay, that's what that looks like. It's like a blue-green. Like when it's on its own like this, it looks very blue, but depending on what you put it with, it'll pull more green. And I'll swatch the other things before I move on. So there's Trendsetter. See, it's kind of like sheer. It's like a neon pastel almost. And then we have the highlighter, which is in the shade Helia. And it's very pretty. Green's my favorite color. I think I say that in like every video. Okay, and next up we have face mask. This is from Ole Henriksen. It's the Cold Plunge Pore Mask, and this one I have no idea where I am. It's like full of air, but when I tried to like squeeze it up to get the air out, all the products started coming out, so we're just gonna let this one is gonna be a mystery. Like, I held it up to the light, I couldn't see anything through it. I've used it about 4 times. I use it like once a week. I don't know, I guess I'll let you know when it's gone. Or maybe as it gets more empty, it'll be easier to track, I don't know. We'll see, but so far I like it. It doesn't do anything bad for my skin. I do have kind of like oily combo skin, so like a pore clearing mask is good for me. So yeah, I like it so far. Oh, are you okay? She's knocking things off. I'm gonna move things before she breaks them. Okay, up next is from the Shroud Cosmetics Arcana palette. All of the eyeshadows that I'm working on were pretty much brand new when I pulled them in, so it's one of those things where it's like I'm excited to work on something that I haven't used before, but also it's brand new, so there's no progress on it, so that takes like a long time. Anyway, I had the shade Nocturnal, which is this really dark purple. There is a dip happening in there because I've used it as an eyeliner once or twice. I don't know if that's my favorite way to use it, but I want to try things out, you know. I mean, using it as an eyeliner twice, it got me a pretty deep dip, so if I get sick of it and I just want to hit pan and roll it out, I can always do that, but yeah, dark purple, purple gray, like gunmetal kind of color. So far I like it. I feel like this is not exciting because my empty things were at the very beginning. Anyway, and then the last of the things that I was working on for this month comes from this Pacifica palette, the Cosmic Reflect. Look at how pretty. And I was working on the shade Looking Glass, which is this one right here. Again, a little bit of a dip, nothing too fabulous or exciting, but we're getting there. I use this one as an inner corner highlight pretty often, because it's just kind of like one of those iridescent pink kind of shades. It just, like, in the camera, it just looks yeah. It just looks shiny, but it does have a pretty strong pink shift. All right, and that's that. So if you were keeping track, we have 2 items that are done and going away. So that means I drew 2 more items. Again, if you haven't watched my other videos, my spreadsheet, random number generator, all of that is on my phone, which is also what I'm filming on, so I have pre-drawn my items off camera. Sorry for being boring. So, The next thing that is rolling in is from another new palette. This is the Colourpop and Raw Beauty Christie at Forest Sight palette. And the shade I got is called Old Growth, which is, okay, it's this one. It's like a, I'm gonna do it on the other hand. Like a dusty kind of, or maybe not, it looks more warm tone, swatched out, kind of like a salmony pink, kind of. I don't know, I feel like my eyeshadows are like a really disjointed color story. It's hard to use them all together, but it looks like it would go good with like the other orange. Yeah, we'll see. This is another one that's like brand new that I haven't used before, but I have tried to pan a Colourpop matte. I have pan on a couple, but I use them as liners. So like a shade like this I would use with a bigger, fluffier brush probably, and so that'll probably take me a long time, but we'll see. And then the next one, this is how you know it's random and I'm not cheating, because if I was cheating I wouldn't do this to myself. The next one is another eyeshadow. This is from the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette, and it is the 8th shade, which is, oh nice, this like weird dark green color. And this is another shimmer. I have a lot of shimmers, but that's fine because I can usually hit pan on those. Ooh, I like that. Anyway, it's really funny to me. I don't know if I've said this, but this is actually the 3rd year that I've done this project in particular. The first 2 years I just did them on my own without documenting it anywhere. And every year, when I first start out, I have like a really good mix of different kinds of products. And then like as I start hitting my goal on things and rolling new things in, it just becomes more and more and more eyeshadows. So I'm hoping that I don't end up with like 10 eyeshadows within the next couple of months, but I guess if that happens, we'll deal with that at that time. I know some people have like a limit on how many of each category they can have. I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to do that. I don't know. I like that it's completely random. I like that I don't have any choice, because it's kind of like, if I do end up with a bunch of these just eyeshadows, it's like, well, I can use this one as a blush, I could probably use this one as a blush, I could use this as a highlighter, this is an eyeliner. Like, I don't know, it feels more creative to me to think of things as not just what their intended use is. Anyway, so let's see. We have a lot of eyeshadows to work on now. Do I have any goals for the next month? I like to FIFO, first in, first out. So, I mean, I think I'll have pan on the highlighter for sure. And then the oldest eyeshadow, the one that I've been working on the longest, is this one. But it also like feels like it's gonna be tough, but I am gonna try and like really focus in on this one and use it just like every day. Not every day, but like I'm gonna try and use this, incorporate this into every look that I do. We'll see how successful I'll be with that, but I mean, it's like a decent transition shade if you want to do a super warm look. We'll see. Hopefully I don't know if I'll be able to hit pan the next month, but I'm gonna try. And then everything else is just gonna be to keep working on. Get as much progress as I can. Maybe there'll be some surprises. I have a lot of shimmer eyeshadows. I can hit pan those pretty fast, but I don't have one that I want to focus in on, I don't think. So I guess that's it. I've been filming for like 20 minutes. Sorry. Thanks if you made it all the way to the end, I guess, and listened to all of this. Alright, hopefully I'll see you before the next update, but I don't know. I can't promise that I'll have the time or the energy or the desire to film anything before then. but I'll try. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye.